Alright, so I've done a video in a little while. The engine's now gone. It's over with cycle plates getting the conversion plate made. It was actually on show. If you went to the Birmingham NEC Arena last weekend at the Practical Classics show, my Rover V8 was actually there, mated up to one of these boxes, which is kind of cool to see. But right now my job for the day is to tidy up the fuel tank, which you can see down here. A bit messy, gonna hit it with the wire wheel, and also to take apart this Atlas axle. Now this is a 1.6 rear axle. It's got the 1.6 gears in the back, which is going to be no good for a low revving V8. I need to fit V6 gears. Now I believe you can swap the crown wheel and pinion out between these axles for a 2.8 or 3 litre sort of ratio. So at the minute I'm just about to drain all the oil out. So what I've done is I've tidied up this this bung here. This is a 12mm, hang on, no it's not, it is an 11mm square socket. And I bought this sort of tool here. Now it is a little bit tight, so I've had to hit it with a wire brush first and sort of tap it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this, drain the oil out, and then I'm going to crack off the back plate and take a look at the gears, and hopefully it's in pretty decent condition and worth saving. So I've backed out the plug there and elevated one corner about, I don't know, maybe 10-15 degrees, and it's running out there nicer. So I'm going to work on cracking off these back ones. Now these look real old and corroded, so I ain't sure how good this is going to be. I guess it's going to be a case of hitting them with plenty of this stuff, the old magic fast release, and just seeing how I go. Okay, one of the best things I've ever had for doing things like this, cracking off small or even big nuts and bolts and things that I've been rusting here for a while, is to use one of these. This is literally the best present I've ever had from my other half, and it does a fantastic job of just cracking these initial nuts off, just like that. Simple. Okay, so I've done some sanding and cleaning up of this axle. It's nice and clean now, ready for me to pour 15 it. So what I'm going to do is, this axle's going to live outside for a little while, because I've kind of ran out of space at the minute. So covering the tarp, that one there, leave it on the back of this garage, and we'll see how good this Pour 15 holds up. It's going to be out there for a couple of months, and I expect it to be pretty wet, and you know, we're getting close to spring. Unfortunately, we still live in Britain, so yeah. Anyway, I'm going to continue painting. Alright, well, it's getting dark now, so, well, it is dark. What I've got so far is I've managed to remove the entire car's loom, the heater. Here is the rear axle chilling out after one coat. Looks much better. So I'm going to give that another coat tomorrow. Passenger seat's finally out. And as for the inside, I've basically got the whole thing gutted now. There's no wiring or anything left over. The floor pan looks fine, except from this little thing I found over here, which is pretty grim. Can't believe I haven't noticed that from the outside yet, but that's that. That right there, I think, is my fuel line. So it seems to have brought up this stuff too. I'm not sure what this is, but it was lined kind of like along here. So well, I guess it's added to the long list of things I need welding and fixing. But tomorrow I'm gonna get all this out, sand everything back, pour 15 most of this to protect the goods parts. I'm going to leave that corner part untreated. Maybe chop out a square with my angle grinder, and it could actually be probably the best part for me to learn to weld on. So if I cut a square section out of there, maybe I can attempt to try my hand at welding a repair panel back in there. So yeah, that's basically it. This is pretty much ready to be done as well. I got the leaf springs out. I need to figure out how to remove those also. So yeah. Oh yeah, more things. And also I've got to remove these bolts here, separate all this stuff to get this bit, which is the prop shaft centre bearing. It's totally kaput. So I've got a new one of those to fit. These shocks are going in the bin, and I've got a full polybush set to work on, and this carb to rebuild. So I have lots of things to do. So I'll just keep making videos. I haven't really got a solid plan yet in my head. I'm just going to keep tackling the tasks as I come across them and try and do them in the right order. Oh yeah, regards to the reason I removed the wiring loom, forgot to mention, is because I am going to basically rewire the whole car. The thought came to me the other day where I'm doing the whole car as it is, so I might as well replace the now 29, 30-year-old wiring. So it was sucked to put the whole thing back together, get it on the road, and realise that my, I don't know, headlight or wiper relay or something was knackered. So yeah, alright, that's it for today.